Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Listen Up. Now, we know in our Discord there are a lot of people who are young adults or young working adults. We kind of can guess the demographics of you guys, just based on your age, your profile picture. Some of you, yes, you look younger than your age or older than your age, lah. But yes, overall, I would say our demographics mostly are young working adults, and that's why today we got a very exciting topic. Graeme and I, we sat down, we're thinking like, aren't we young working adults, bro? Aren't we also young and we're working, which makes us young working adults? So we were thinking about it, and we was like, how about we share experiences and some of the pitfalls that we kind of avoided or maybe step into and then learn from it as well. And we came out with the topic of like, how was it like stepping into the working world for Brandon and Graeme? Now obviously Graeme is younger than me.
For me, it's more pitfalls than than what I've learned lah. But let's do this.
Let's do this, guys. Let's roll the intro. Alright, so today, like I said again, we got a very special guest with us. Both of us, I would say, are guests and hosts on this as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, you already know Mr. Graeme Tan Jie. And Graeme, if people don't know who you are by now, maybe you can give a brief introduction. How old are you? How long have you been working? Then I'll also share. Go for it, man. Share with us a bit.
Alright, hey everyone. First time on Listen Up.
Woo!
Wow, what an exciting show. Hi everyone, my name is Graeme, and I'm one of the producer and showrunner for...
He is the producer. You are the producer.
A lot of people help out here and there, Brandon
Okay,
as
fair
well,
enough.
the topics and stuff. So yes, together we run both Let's Get Real and Listen Up. So today we're on Listen Up, and personally for me, I've been working for quite a while now. So I'm 24 this year. And I've been working since I was 16, I think.
Really?
Yes, I've been working since I was 16.
I did not know this.
Ah,
Since you were 16 years old.
Correct. I think almost every year, I always find things to do, especially towards the end of the year. Like, holiday, right? We used to have like 2 years. I say we used to because, all the PKP, MCO kids, they won't understand the feeling of the 2 months holiday at the end of the year.
Very precious.
Yeah, we used to have those 2 months, and for me, I think because of the nature of my being as well, I cannot sit still at home 2 months, and both my parents are also working. That will just leave me at home alone. So usually I will find something to do towards the end of the year. So I think my first official work, work, is part-time at my friend's shop. So his family sells like those herbal, how do you say
Those Chinese medicine,
Chinese medicine, Chinese medicine. So I was there to help take care of the shop, stock up, pack like lohan guo, pack.
You
like
sure you didn't poison anyone or not? At 16, what do you know, bro?
The uncle very nice. He teach me, but I've learned, bro. 下佛草 is I respect all the people who...
什么是下佛草? Sounds like a bad word to me.
It's like herbal tea. It's like lohan guo like that, but then it's like lower the temperature grass. That's the direct translation. 下佛, like if you're heaty, right? You drink it, then you become cool. But yeah, anyways, it's like this like leaf thing. Oh, bro, if the uncle say tomorrow we got stock for 下佛草, I cry. Because it comes in a box, right? And it's so itchy. Like when you pack it, it's so itchy. To those of you that cook 下佛草 before, you know what I mean. But for me, I don't cook it. I need to pack it. It comes in a huge box. So we need to go outside. Cannot do it in the shop because the shop everyone will be very like gata already.
Right.
So need to go outside, unpack it, and then like pack it, weigh it, and then pack it. So that was like one of my first jobs. Then after that, the next year I worked in McDonald's as well.
That should be fun. Like, come on, McDonald's.
That's really fun.
Yeah.
It's like those like dinner dash game like that. Especially like if you cook fries, then you put the timer, then you go. It's like a game. You work in McDonald's, it's like a game. But yeah, we'll talk about more of our working experience later. But when I was 16, I started working when I was 16. So,
interesting.
So like 8 years.
8 years of working experience, including part-time and full-time.
Part-time, yeah.
Part-time and full-time. I mean, you are working full-time now. But yes, stepping into the working world, I think is a very exciting time of life, for a lot of us. It's a time when I would say that you have more time, obviously. Maybe not as much time, but you got more resources, that's for sure. And one of the things that you enjoy the most is freedom. You get so much more freedom. And you combine these three together, time, money, and freedom, you feel very powerful. There's the sense of a power that you're in control,
Correct.
something like that. You know, you got this newfound authority. And you know, for those of you who has been just stepped into the working world, for example, like if you're 24, you just graduated, or some of you like Graeme and myself, you know, we started working a little bit younger, you know, part-time, doing part-time jobs, side jobs. What are some of the
jobs?
odd jobs? Of course, one of the things that's well, odd jobs. And I mean, is it something that, you know, for me, one of the things that I found very difficult to manage was managing my resources, which is managing money. Because when I first started working part-time, you didn't have to think too much about money. For me, the money straight away went to my parents, you know, to pay off certain things and everything like that. But when I started working full-time and stepping into the real working world, I don't know about you, but for one of the most challenging things was actually money. You know, was it something that you also, like, you know, thought about, or it's like, nah, man, I got my finances under control, no problem.
Not really. Like I mentioned in the intro as well, it's more pitfalls than that. But I think when I was working younger, I always enjoyed working. Like you said just now, you know, when you work, then you get money, right? Then like, wow, I can spend. You know, I can buy stuff. I can buy what I want. And yeah, so when I came to KL to study as well after my secondary school, during my diploma, I also worked like part time during my study class. So I never really studied full time in a sense, because I always had things on, and then there's church as well. So when it comes to what I earn usually from personally, it's what I can spend. So when it comes to money management, is more of like, okay, how can I manage this money that I've earned, which honestly there's a lot of pitfalls and things you buy that you don't really need. And
so if you don't mind, right, this is a topic that I really want to explore. You know, I know stepping in the working world involves so many topics, you know, but I think finance and money is something I really want to grill into here and sort of, you know, go a little bit more in depth here, because a lot of people, money is important, obviously. You know, money helps you pay the bills, you know, gets you a little bit more luxury in life as well. And now Graeme and I, we are in different stages of life. You know, he's preparing towards bigger things as well, you know, thinking about marriage, settling down and stuff like that. I've already sort of settled down. And do you remember do you remember how much you made back then in your part-time job? Like when you look back, it's like, so pathetic, right?
Okay, I think I had mixed bags of mixed experiences. So when I first started, I remember when I was working part-time, I was earning like previously in like when I still clocking in hours, it was 3 ringgit 50 cent an hour.
Wow, it's not
so it's kind of low compared to now. I think now, what's the standard? It's 7, is it, if I'm not mistaken?
I think some people are earning $10 an hour. I think, you know, I don't know, if you work in Starbucks, for example, you get like 4, like in my time was 4 ringgit something, 25 cents or 65 cents.
So to put into perspective, is 2 hours to get 1 chicken rice and a decent drink like you know,
no drink, bro,
or something. last time it's like 5.50, then you get like drink. I'm like, okay, this is tough, but I had to go through that. And then when I came here during my diploma, I also worked in a music shop. Then the boss really nice. He's very like very good lah.
How much were you paid? How much were you paid? That's
I forgot, more than 350? But it could definitely more than that.
So fast.
I think more than 500 or so.
Wow.
More than that. And someone is part-time, so I just go in and like I check in on some stuff and get my work done, help with some admin stuff. So because I do like videos, photos as well, so I also helped out. Sean, if you're listening to this podcast, I just want to say I'm very grateful for what you've done to kickstart my working life. Just to help me to set values right, and he's a good man. But anyways, that's why I say it's a mixed bag, because I had both experiences. Wow, really, I need to save, like can't even buy anything, to like this is fun.
So through these experiences, you sort of learn how to manage your own, I guess, finances, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, because you know, when you over budget and then you blow your budget and then you sort of okay, I can't do this again. So it's very interesting to hear, actually, like, you know, a lot of us have very different experiences. The reason why you work, I think, also is it comes into question. Like for me, I had to work out of necessity. To be honest with you, I don't think anybody out here listening like, oh, I love to work. I mean, you can enjoy your work, but I love to work. Because work is tough. Work is not
Please
easy.
speak to me if you love to. I want to know your secrets.
So I don't think anybody here like, oh, I love working. You know, I love this one.
Yeah.
If you could choose, you'd rather be in the beach enjoying, you know, with a pina colada in your hand. So the thing is that I had to work because I had no choice. For lack of a better word, I had to work out of necessity, and the reason I had to do it is because I just needed the money. So that's why I say I've done all kinds of odd jobs in my life. McDonald's, I would say, it's a very, very nice working environment already. I don't know if you enjoy free lunches. I don't know, do you get free makan or something?
Yeah.
Oh, you get free makan?
Okay, now I don't know how. I don't know what's the situation like, but previously when I was working, Monday to Friday you get like fillet of fish, McChicken, or like the basic meal.
Yeah.
Weekends you get the like Big Mac, like upgrade. They have like a basic meal and the premium.
Wow.
And bro, I teach you, people skill is also very important in the working world. So I think I can slot this in. So like quite gang with the manager. So for managers, every day is premium packet. Yeah. So I will like, oh, you want McChicken? I swap with you. I get Big Mac on on a Monday.
This guy sneaky, yeah. This guy not bad. Sabah people all like this one.
You just gotta come cheng with them. Another trick is also there are some days where like they needed to clear some stuff. So let's say like fried chicken, right? If they have fried chicken, then you just go next door, mama.
What do you mean
get
clear
rice.
the stuff?
Like, cause they have stocks coming in. When I was working, like it's like Tuesday, Thursday they have.
Ah.
So let's say Monday they still have chicken, like a lot of chicken, but Tuesday there's a stock of chicken coming in already. Then they would like, okay, today's special, even though it's Monday, everyone get chicken. Like you cannot choose, you cannot choose what you want. Everyone just eat ayam goreng. So what you do, you go next door, mama, get rice and curry for like RM1 or RM2. Come back, eat. It's like one of the best meal.
Wow.
As a working guy.
As a working teenager, not a working guy yet.
Now looking back, I'm like, oh, I survived that. I don't know how I survived that.
Like a little cockroach cannot die one. Very good survival skills. Your instinct to survive is there. Now, obviously, when we speak about this one, I think we've been talking about money, right? And I think one thing that we both can agree on is that money is very hard to earn. Let's just put it that way. Money is not easy to earn. Yeah. Now that I look back, so I'm thinking like, wow, how my parents did it, right? Someone raising us, right? You think about it, like I think raising me wasn't easy. Like I didn't spend a lot of money, but I have to give it up to them. Raising my sister and myself, not easy, you know. And money is very, very hard to earn. And it's, I think, how the trick to managing your money. I don't, you know, it's so hard to even put a finger on it, like how you manage your finances. But I would say like, I don't know about you, did you have like a budget, you know? Did you have a sort of framework where you're like, okay, this is the thing that I'm going to follow? Do you have something like that?
For me is, well, definitely like tithe. So that's like out of the way already. And then the rest is more, previously it's like, okay, tithe, and then like I used to tithe my freelance work as well. So like if I get like, for video, I get paid like RM400, then 10% masuk first. Usually, last time when I was still studying and I still get like money from my parents to pay for rents and stuff like that.
Did you tithe that as well?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow.
That one, like they settle, they pay. So I'm like, oh, I didn't touch it. So like they should always settle with the.
Right.
But on my end, last time is. After the rest, I just like, oh, it's Shopee time. Oh, let's see how I can upgrade my camera. Let's see how I can upgrade my desk setup. But now, cannot, bro.
Oof.
What
changed here?
What changed is you don't get money from your parents anymore, number one. And number two is so many things you need to pay. Like the money that I was promised to earn, by the time EPF come in, it's not even the amount that I'm supposed to earn anymore. It's like, what happened to my money?
Where did it go?
You give 10% some more from there, then it's like, then now also need to settle for your budgeting. You want to buy food for yourself, now stuck at home. Do you want to cook? Do you want to order Grab? Then it's like, after all of that, then you see you're left with like a bit. And for me, I like to like keep money for rainy days. now it's so much harder when you need to set aside first, then
Yeah.
only with the remaining you plan what you want to do for the
Dude,
month.
I know how
Wow.
you feel, man.
I
know
just
how you
started
feel.
working officially,
Mm-hmm.
officially like 5 months ago,
Mhm.
4 to 5 months ago. So it's not
Uh-huh.
that long. I'm already struggling.
I know
It's
how you
so-
feel.
Previously, is in secondary school, it's still okay because like what I earn, I'm still working closely with you as well. We do some jobs here and there. Like,
Yep.
okay, I can spend.
Yep,
Wow,
yep.
bro, now it's bad, bro. I don't know. What about you? Like, okay, I think yours will be a different scenario. For me, what's your situation like?
I think for me when I first started working, I totally feel you. Like tithing, you know, we've been taught tithing, right? Like, oh, you give
Yeah.
10% to God, you know, and that's the first thing that you want to do. And of course, it's so much easier said than done. Because the first time was so painful, man. Like, dude, I know how you feel.
Okay,
Like,
yeah, okay. You mentioned first time. What was it like first time for you?
oh man,
Like tithing.
okay,
Mine, I think I didn't tithe until like I came to KL.
you didn't tithe
Back
until you started
then,
coming
Graeme
to KL.
was a very bad boy in Sabah.
So Holy Spirit changed you,
His
lah.
Holy Spirit come and
I think for
tore
me, the
me
first
apart and
time,
built me
and
back
built
up.
you back. The first time for
Correct.
me was, what did I do? I think, I remember my first paycheck, I gave everything to God. So I did more than tithing, actually. I dedicated my entire first paycheck to God. My second paycheck was tough. Was when I actually started tithing the 10%. And I was sort of having an internal struggle where I told God, I've already given you my first paycheck. I should be able to keep the second one. Like, I can start the third month.
Bargaining with
Yeah, I
God.
mean, come
Excuse
on.
me, God. So you
Hey,
you
hello,
count,
my first paycheck, you know,
This is-
everything I gave, you know. So I was like,
you
second
count,
paycheck.
This is more than 10%. So next one no need give.
Okay, but to be
So
honest
by
with
right,
you,
God, by right for the next 9 months,
Uh-huh.
I don't need to give. Because my first paycheck 100% I give already.
no lah,
Is
not
it like
bad
that?
lah. Not that bad lah, you know. 2 months lah, 2 months lah.
Oh,
Don't need
2
9 months
months,
lah. But no, I actually did. I gave my tithing, and I think tithing has a lot to do with discipline lah, right? If you got good self-discipline, you can actually tithe. And I thank God that I was really convicted to give back then. Like, started tithing. So I started tithing when I was 20 years old, when I first started working full time. And 8 years have passed since then. I'm 28, and I'm still tithing faithfully. And it's something that I feel like has really, I think it's more like an expression of love towards God. That's how I come to understand tithing. Like, back then, it was such a struggle because you only see the money exiting. You only see the money, I already give to EPF lah, I already give to that lah, minus expenses, and then tithing some more. Like, wow, you come back like, like that only, come back like so little only.
In what?
Yeah, I mean, like nothing,
That's my
right?
thoughts. Like, oh man.
Yeah, but I managed to learn it as an expression of love towards God, and having that mindset and training up that sort of mentality towards tithing, I think it helped me a lot. It helped me a lot, and that's why today, tithing is easy. Tithing is very, very much easier for me in the sense that when I tithe and when I give my offering, what I've learned from my experience as well is that the Lord actually bless. You know, when you honor God, God will honor you. You see. So when I actually tithe and when I actually give my offering or commit to a fund, for example, for the work of the Lord, for the kingdom of God, and He honors back, you see, He blesses you even more abundantly. And I think don't get us wrong, we're not preaching the prosperity gospel. Like, if you become a Christian, you'll get a lot of money. Not exactly. Like, it's just like me sharing my experience and why I can tithe, I guess. And that's how I did it, you know. And that's why today I can still keep up with it and continue to faithfully give, I would say. Yeah. So I think that's what I learned, you know. Yeah. In terms of
What
tithing.
about like budgeting? How do you go about that?
Budgeting was an advantage for me. Budgeting was advantage because I mean, we're not financial gurus or whatever, but I did go through a 4-year course on accounting and finance.
Yeah.
So I think that helped me a lot.
Which I didn't.
Which
Unfortunately.
yeah.
Unfortunately.
You learn how to do video. You can angle the money this way. You can shoot the money this angle.
Oh.
But you don't get the money. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think being in accounting and finance, doing that degree was very helpful. Like, you actually learn personal finance, and you learn about the different financial services and products they have out there. You learn about investing. You learn how to sort of do your own taxes as well. Oh, taxes, bro. Do you do your own taxes? Or
Haven't.
like, you don't?
Yeah.
You do your own taxes,
No.
No. Then how you do?
No,
oh,
yeah.
sorry, you're employed, right? So you
Yes.
just Okay, it's done for you.
Wait, I still need to submit, right?
Of course, you still need to, yeah.
Yeah, I still need to submit.
You haven't submit?
No, I just started the full time.
Ah,
So I need to submit when?
April, I think, end of April for. You haven't? Okay,
I
never mind, we skip
started
first.
end-
We'll
I
talk about this
started
later.
I started end April.
Totally good, you know.
But I need to
LHDM.
check. Thanks for bringing this up. I need
No
to check. I think I
worries.
need to check this.
Yeah, but these are some skills I learned, like budgeting, you know, for example. I think it helped me a lot. It helped me a lot when I stepped into the working world. I actually went out there and had a proper Excel sheet. It sounds so geeky and so nerdy, but I actually did. I had an Excel sheet. It was like a little bit of my best friend, because coming from my background, you know, the lack of money actually taught me to be very prudent with it, to be very, you know, to manage it as well as I can. So I actually had a budget. Like, I remember 10% was tight, no question about it. And then I had 30% of savings. Now this is when I just started working, okay? So you cannot compare with, you know, the earning was also different back then. But when you first started earning, I think fresh grads probably earn like 3,000, something like that, you know, 2.8, 3,000, something around there. So 10% was tight, 30% was savings, and 60% was expenses. And I say this because with 3,000, a lot of people say like, what's to save? You know, there's nothing to save. At the end of the day, there's absolutely correct. Yeah.
Correct.
Because you minus off everything, your room rental, for example, your car loan, a lot of people got a car, petrol, your makan, for example, you spend, I don't know how much you spend, like $30 a day, lunch and dinner, 15, you times 30 is 900. You minus off everything, you minus your EPF, you got even nothing to save. So, but that's one thing I learned as well, like, it's so important to have a budget, no matter how little you save. The 30% that I had was what I strive to save. Like, that's the amount that I want to save. If I need to cut down my expenses, I will cut down. You know, if I need to, for example, there's one point of my life, right, where I drive my car, right? You won't believe this. I drive without aircon to save on petrol.
To save petrol.
Yeah, literally. And I
What a man.
and and to go to the extreme, right? I don't even put down the windows, because, you know, if you pull down the windows, there's no difference because of the drag, the air drag. You know, so your car moves slower, so you actually use more petrol. So it's crazy, I know, but I went to extreme.
Wait. Okay. You need to explain this a bit more. When you open your window,
then
then
the
the
wind, the
wind
air comes in,
come in.
so it creates more drag. Your car is slower.
Your car,
because,
you need more power.
no, of course, your RPM will
Which
have to
will-
go up a little bit more, which uses more petrol. Yeah, because of resistance, air resistance. So to make sure that you really save money, you off your to save petrol, you off your aircon and you up your windows, so the air resistance and the aerodynamics of your car remain the same. So I don't know how much you save, but I read
we
somewhere.
need some mythbusters to
physicists.
come in. Please, if you are scientists,
Yeah.
help. Is it true or not? Does
Please
this
tell
work?
me it's true. If not, I
Please.
suffered in vain in here for years. Somebody please tell me in the
It's the
comments
first
that
time
this is true.
I hear this. Off aircon, okay, I understand. Then, you know,
Yeah.
like, they turn on the window, then they put their hand out. Wow, cool wind.
No,
cool air,
bro,
but-
it's not like initial D, bro.
drag-
Yeah.
Okay, I
increases
don't know.
the drag.
I got nothing to say about this. Not expert.
Please tell me
we
it's
need
true.
some scientists.
But
to,
literally, that's the extreme I went, because I wanted to keep to my budget, you know. So I like literally went to extreme this one. You know, in my days, like when I went to Quickie and everything, right? You know, the money we earned wasn't like astronomically big. You know, it was decent, but I was so kiam siap with myself, like. You know the Sunday cone. I mean, obviously you know the Sunday. You were in McDonald's. Yeah, but the Sunday cone is one ringgit, 105, 1 ringgit 5 cents.
Yeah.
Do you know that I will only eat Sunday cone once a month, and that's when my salary comes out. I don't even eat McDonald's. I don't order McDonald's like the set lunch. I only order the Sunday cone, which costs 1 ringgit 5 cents to reward myself. And when it comes to makan, we work very near One Utama.
Yep.
And I don't eat the food that is in One Utama because it's too expensive. I will have to go and walk a little bit further and go to the mama. And I went to extreme levels to sort of pull down my expenses. So truth be told, I saved more than 30%. I could save up to 60%. I'm not suggesting this. It's true. Yeah.
Whoa.
I could save up to 60%, and that's because I was living with my parents as well, you know. And the savings that I got, you gotta understand, I also helped to support my family and pay for house rent and utilities and all. But I saved a lot, and I really like had this crazy mental power to keep to this budget and this self-discipline that I had. And I've sort of toned down a little bit ever since I met Phoebe, because she's like, you can't live like this, you know. I would never buy clothes for myself. Like literally all the clothes I wear, it's all sponsored, or either that it's somebody bought for me, or I take from people like Mark Odi, who doesn't want his clothes and I'll just wear it. I'm serious. I went to extreme.
Really?
Yeah, you don't know this. Yeah.
Wow. I knew. Excuse me, Mark. Do you have any?
He
any
does
more
it
of
very
those,
often, by the way. Yeah, you can hit him up. Yeah. So I was wondering, like, did you have a budget, something like this? You know, because you just started working. Do you have a budget currently as we're talking, or you're like one of those millennials like, bro, there's nothing to save, bro.
Yes. There's nothing. First off, there's nothing to say.
Okay. We let Graeme
okay.
release.
But
yeah.
because on top of what I'm doing right now, I'm also doing like side gigs and things like that. So I'm trying to save what I earn and spend like those like the side gigs that I'm doing. So I do. Well, at least for the past 3 months, I don't really have a lot of experiences when it comes to like this lah. But what I can say is I do save, but I don't have like for you like a Excel spreadsheet or like a you know how many percent
right.
Not so much into numbers, but usually what I'll do is FD is my best friend. So once I get, then I'll just park it into FD first, because I don't know, maybe it's just me. When you want to take money out of your FD, it's like there's another process, right? Like you need to add back to your main account. Then you're like, should I really do this?
Right.
4 more days, then the what come. I love just come in already. This is like the mind tricks that I play of myself. You know, I'm like
to stop yourself from
25 more days. Then it's a renewal. Then it adds to principal. Should I take it out now? Okay lah, don't buy first. Keep it in the FD first.
Hey, I applaud you for that. By the way, that's
so because I know. Yeah, because I know for myself, I will spend. Like if I see it in the main account, like I know that I still have this. That means I can go Shopee one more time. I can buy this thing that I want to get, like this light that I just got. Things like that, you know. So what I do is usually I will budget of how much I usually eat or spend on makan that I know that I need lah. So I'll keep that in. So I know that okay, this one cannot touch it. This one I need. If I touch this, I don't need to eat anything already. The rest, or like most of it, I'm quite anal with numbers. I will like, okay, let's say like 543, right? I'll say okay, 500. I won't like put the then like I put a whole number in lah. So I'll just put in like a specific amount of money inside that I won't touch until unless I really need it. So that's like my kind of thing. There's no like specific percentage, because everyone is like different, because every month I might have different things on, or like I might like the side gigs might be more, might be less. So I would try and save as much as I can lah, but I don't really have like a set amount. But what I find work for me is putting into FD, and the whole process of needing to take it out of FD that stops me from splurge, like buying things that I shouldn't buy.
May I do you know that there are other instruments other than FD or not? Are you
what?
aware that
Aware
you know
of what? Like,
because FD is a form of investment, right?
Like what is that? Got one.
Got one what?
What?
There's so many. There's like 1,001 mutual funds.
Like
unit trust.
Unit trust. All this. Yeah, I know.
You're aware.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Yes, very aware.
You are aware that FD has one of the lowest returns.
Lowest, especially now.
Yes.
PKP, then they drop the rates. Yes,
right.
I know.
So, has it ever occurred to you that maybe you want to park your money into something more?
Yes. I think I have it parked somewhere else, but for like
this guy doesn't even know where his
bro,
money
that's why I
guys.
say it's coming to the working world. You pivot to finance, and I'm like, maybe Graeme, we might need to do an episode where we get like a real pro to come on here to speak about this.
Yeah, to talk about investing, right? Now, this guy doesn't even know where he parked his money in. This guy, I tell you, my gosh. Yeah, but you know, it's not all about money, right? In the sense that when you step into the working world, when you come into this new chapter, this new story, a lot of it also depends on like how you adapt to the new environment, and having the right group of friends, having the right support system, mingling with people who I guess share the same values and principles are very, very important in sort of molding a character, molding your character, your working character as well. I don't know, like for me, it's different as well. You and me are quite different, because when I started working, I went into an organization where the culture wasn't great, in the sense that it was a very worldly culture, and I had to fall back a lot on my secret place with God, to sort of bolster up myself, like sort of build back my immunity after you kena, like, wow, you go out there and this is the world that you're living in, and it's a reality. It's like, it's not that you're working in a church. Nobody comes out and says, I'm going to work in a church. It's like 90% of the people who work in a corporate line will go into a company, an organization. And I struggled because, I went into this one where culture was such, people just spoke that way. People just acted that way. And you're supposed to conform. The thing that they expected you to do is to conform. And it was a very lonely journey as well. So I found myself falling back to, of course, my own principles, my own values, and also surrounding myself with the right people to help journey with me and go through that. If not, I think it would have been very, very depressing, actually, to go through something like that. So I think the role of church here is also super duper important for young working adults, because it's such a new experience, right?
Yeah. I think I agree on that, especially what it did. Well, in my experience as well, being surrounded by people with the same mindset, and I'm quite grateful to have this group of friends that are from church as well, that we're kind of in the same age, so we kind of entered the working world around the same time, few months difference. So there's a place for us to like share our struggles, not rant, share our struggles,
right?
And also just some of the pitfalls that we might fall into lah. And I'm really grateful for the community that I have, and that also, I think, like, I don't know, just knowing people. I think church is a great way to mingle lah. To like, if you're part of a community, you're part of you can use church as an example. You would definitely know someone who knows someone who knows someone that knows someone that knows someone for that thing that you're looking for. Like, it doesn't matter what.
You don't have to go so many someones.
Yeah,
right?
You don't have to go so far to find, and I'm really grateful for that. Like, even the job that I'm currently working in, also it's through someone from church that is also working there, that got connected, and then that's how I landed with this full-time work as well. So I think connection is that definitely really, really important. Like when they say, go out and mingle, get connected, so you know people, so that when you finish your degree, you're not just a piece of paper, but you actually got support and people. That is really, really true, and I'm really grateful for that. I mean, as a matter of fact, the reason why I know you is also through connections like this, where I go out and I intern or worked in Universal Music. I met Phoebe. Phoebe used to be my manager, by the way. We need to get her on for an episode of just
She
experiences
just be lecturing you for half an hour.
experiences working with Graeme. Then you just get Brandon and Phoebe. Then just like talk about me. Like, this guy. But it was really tough working with. Sorry. Phoebe, please don't kill me.
And how will I stop the?
Yeah, but honestly, working with Phoebe as well, it's really great, because Phoebe is very like sharp.
Yeah.
Her eyes, like, she will spot mistakes or typos or things like that.
Right.
Through her guidance, that's where I build up this as well, where like, I learn how to double check my work. I don't double check my work. I learned how to double check my work. And through that I got to meet Phoebe, and then Phoebe introduced me to you, and that's how we sort of first started working together, and then one thing led to another. Led to this. So, like, okay, maybe I can share a little bit about this as well. So few months ago, I was just talking with Lavinia of how, like, going to work in Universal is sort of like, okay, this is like during diploma days lah. It's one of, I would say, it's one of the most important decisions that I've made, because of what I have right now, like, or what I am able to do right now, like working with you, having Let's Get Real and Listen Up, and having this community as well. So we were just talking and reminiscing back in the day. Like, imagine if I didn't go work in Universal. There's no Let's Get Real. I mean, maybe you have, like, with someone else lah, but I won't be part of Let's Get Real. I won't be part of Listen Up, and things will be so much different right now. So I think what I've learned also from this experience is that sometimes like what we do now is diploma internship, by the way. It's not even degree internship.
It feels like so insignificant.
Yeah,
right?
it
It's just
feels
part
like
of your
so
course.
small.
Yeah.
And because of that, which leads back to our topic right now of like connection and people you know as well. It's just a diploma internship that people sometimes just, okay, let's get it over with, child. Then I need to go degree some more. But through that, that's where I met the most important people in my life right now. Like, true. It was around that time as well where I met Lavinia. Then also I met Phoebe. Then also like, there's you, and then like this whole thing. Like now, what I can do now, or what I'm able to do, and also what I know how to do. It's just through that small connection, and even some of the side gigs that I'm doing right now is also because of the years of relationship and friendship through my ex-boss. Just now I told you about like the music shop. Before the whole corona, I was still working closely with him, like on his projects and events, shooting for him. Like those things that right now that we're doing that might seem insignificant. Just encouragement to all of you who are maybe still studying or maybe still just entering into the working world. You never know. Like right now, I'm working here. I know so many people, but maybe a few years down the road, these people might move on, or I might move on. Then that's where you know them who know someone in somewhere, and it really benefited me a lot. Especially right now in the like agency kind of field as well, where if they need something or they want to get something on board, I'm so surprised that they are engaging this person. I know this person's manager or someone on their team or just something like through all of these different connections. And I think it's just encouragement to all of you listening in as well, that don't look down on whatever things that you're doing right now. Even if you're serving for church, these people that you're interacting with on a daily basis right now might just one day be the most important connection that you have to do something that you were supposed to do. So I think just be faithful on where God placed you in that moment, in that community that you're in, and be the salt and light there, and for sure God will really expand and do a lot more.
I think it's so true. We really cannot downplay God's involvement in this, God's role, because so many times we really cannot see we really don't know the future, right? And we cannot see what's going to happen. We cannot see what's going to happen even tomorrow. And that's what I think is so true, when what you said, like, just be faithful where you are, because I always tell people this, that there is a reason why you are where you're at with who you're with, and at this time. There must be a reason for it, and if it's especially if the Lord has placed you there, then your calling is just to be faithful. Your calling is really to be what you said, the salt and the light. And you just never know, how, now that you mentioned about it as well, and I'm also taken aback, and I'm so encouraged as well, because when you share it like that, I never thought about it that way. I never saw it that way, but until you spoke it out, and then I was like, shucks, that it's so true.
When we first met at was it 5 Seconds of Summer, some album launch? You were there. I never thought that this person that I'm saying hi to is gonna be one of the most important person in my life, doing ministry together, having a podcast together. We were just like, oh, hi, okay, I'm just
literally
gonna take photo.
So it's so wild, how the Lord works, and it's so true. His ways are higher than our ways, His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. And I think that's a good note to just end here with this encouragement to everyone, especially to young working adults, that hey, if you're out there and you're listening to this and you feel so burdened, and sometimes you feel so dry, you feel so this one, I think you can really take a feather out of Graeme's experience and take a out of his hat, where he never, I guess, would have thought what that little high, or that that little, how long was your internship, even like 3 months or less, something
3 months,
like that. Just 3 months would lead to one of the biggest things that he's doing in his life right now, where his ministry and this ministry that we are involved in is impacting so many people out there. Just, it's hard to even imagine. If you told, like, I'll just put it in perspective. Like, if I told Graeme that Universal Music, the one, working under Phoebe, is like, hey dude, you're going to be doing this in the future, you'd probably be like,
sure.
What would your response be? Maybe the Graeme of that time also wouldn't, So it's really, I think, a very good encouragement to people out there, that there is a purpose, there's a reason why you're at where you're at. And we spoke a little bit about, of course, managing money as well at the start, that it's important as well. It's a very godly thing to manage your finances well. It pleases the Lord. And this opens up, when you talk about finance, I'm very passionate about money. And I feel like, after this, we can have an entire episode just talking about finance, like Christian finance. We can have a special guest come and talk about how to manage our finances in our 20s.
Not me, please.
Yeah. Not me too.
I have a lot to learn. I would listen to that podcast.
Yeah, the fact that you're putting all your money into FD tells me that you have a lot to learn, actually.
Correct.
Yeah, so many things you can put
Hit
in.
me
there.
up if you are some financial guru. let me know what I can do with my money.
You can do a lot. But yes, so thank you so much, guys, for listening. Thanks a lot, Graeme, for sharing your experience as well. I feel like I'm very encouraged listening to it, and we hope that it also encourages you guys who are listening to the need for community as well, a good community. Speaking about community, what a good note to end this on, that we have a community as well for you guys to join.
Come on.
Segue. Make sure you guys join our Discord server, and we leave the links on the description below, so you can just join us. You can also invite your friends, especially where it's a good community where we really seek to encourage you and do life with you as much as we can. And even if you have prayer requests, do drop us. We will pray with you. We will be your praying partners as well. And be with us and have fun with that. And of course, YouTube, don't forget, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are targeting 1,000 subscribers. Very important number. Come on.
Where are we right now?
I don't know. Are we at 600? I think something like that.
Let me do a quick check.
You
we
just
are
jump
at
in.
689.
Woo! 689. What a beautiful number. But yes,
311 more.
311 people more, right? So
I think so, yeah.
if this, after this episode, who knows, maybe when we reach this episode, we would have already passed 1,000. But for now, we haven't. So we proclaim by faith 1,000 subscribers. And we're going to say amen to that. And don't forget, you can subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, of course. And you can stream us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and all major streaming platforms. Graeme, any last words to tell people out there, all your colleagues, all your friends, all your people of Sebaya and same age with you?
I think if you're listening to this and you are just stepping into the working world, or you're asking yourself like, actually, what am I doing with my life right now? I think an encouragement to you is that to be faithful, to be obedient, and just this is something that my mentor, my leader, that really he spoke this to me during my diploma days. He said, Graeme, no matter what you're going through, God is trying to teach you something. So if you find yourself stuck in any situation, just ask God, what are you trying to teach me? Which it's always at the back of my head whenever I face any situation or problems as well, because he says sometimes when we don't overcome that initial hurdle that God wants us to overcome, that thing will come again, definitely, until we overcome it by God's grace. So just encouragement to you that if you are stuck somewhere, or you're just entering the working world, not sure whether or not this thing that you're doing is what you want to do, just be faithful. God won't place you anywhere for no reason. Definitely there's something that he wants to either instill in you, or either wants you, or there's someone there that he wants you to know for connection's sake, or there's a lesson or something that he wants you to grow even more during that season that you're there. So just be faithful, continue to pray, continue to seek God and ask him what he wants you to do, and I'm sure God will not just leave you stranded there forever. The God that I know, the God that I believe in, is faithful, he's always there, and bro, he's got your back.
Amen. Amen.
That's what I would say. Yes.
Amen. All right, cool. Thank you so much, Graeme. Don't forget, guys, if you want to leave a comment below, let us know as well. Tell us your experience on your working world, and maybe you can tell us what you like to learn, like, for example, finances, how to manage or handle your finances, how to find the right group of friends, and things like that. You can let us know, and we will get to it. Until then, this has been Brandon Graeme on Listen Up, and we'll catch you guys again next time. Bye-bye, and God bless.
Bye-bye.